Welcome, guys, once again to our microwave lecture series. This is our second lecture from the third unit. From the last lecture, we discussed about the clystrons, that is called as the two cavity klystron. In last lecture, we see the explanations related with that klystron and two cavity klystrons. So today's topic, it is nothing but the velocity modulation and the bunching process. So what is about these velocity modulation process? In that velocity modulation process, the velocity of electrons which is passing through that the buncher cavity is modulated. That means they have the process to how to modulate the velocity of electrons which is passing through the buncher cavity or the buncher grids. Now let us start these lectures. So guys, we know about the diagram of two cavity klystron diagram. So in that diagram we see the one of the important thing, that is this point, that is called as the electron passing through these cavity. This is the entering part. When the electrons are first accelerated by the DC voltage, what I say, when the electron are first accelerated by the high DC voltage, that is V0, before entering this cavity, that is called as the buncher grid. Before entering the buncher grid, the velocity of the electrons which is passing through is uniform. This velocity is uniform, and this velocity is shows by V0 is equal to root of twice EV0 divided by M, and exactly the value of this one, that is twice E by M in root the values of root of twice M by E is nothing but the 0.593 into 10 to the power 6, and remaining, that is the V0. Why? Because we don't know about the value of this V0, that is the electrons which is accelerated by the high voltage in the buncher grid. So we didn't know the value of V0. So put these equation number 1, put the value of that equation number 1. Now from that equations, we can easily assume that when the electrons are leave, from these positions, when the electrons are leaves from these positions, the cathodes with the zero velocity, the cathode with the zero velocity. That means it simply says that when the microwave signal is applied to the input terminal, the gap voltage between the buncher grid is appears, and it is nothing but the Vs is equal to V1 sine of omega t. It is the general equations of the wave. So guys, it is equation number 2. And in that, what is the meaning of V1? The V1 is simply the amplitude of the signal. Which signals? That is the microwave signals. V1, what is the V1? It is the amplitude of the microwave signals. And in that, we assumed another thing, that is V1 is very less than the V0. V1 is very less than the V0. Now what happens in that? In that, when the modulated velocity in the buncher cavity in terms of either entering or leaving, they have some specific time. Suppose consider T0. Look at these here, just a moment here. Okay, in order that when the our velocity of that signals is entering, then we put the consider as the T0, and existing time of that signals, it is the T1, and the gap which is generated in that transist, they make some angle, and this angle is denoted by the theta g. Such diagram we see here. So in case we have to necessary to determine the average of a microwave voltage, in that necessary one term we understood, that is the determine the average microwave voltage, and which voltage, the voltage in the buncher gap, voltage in the buncher gap. Now in that diagram we look here, it is the wave, it is nothing but the buncher grids, and this wave is nothing but the V1 sine of omega t. Now what is the angle? The theta g is equal to omega t, and what is the t? T is nothing but the difference between exit and entering the signals. So we can write easily omega in bracket t1 minus t0, and this t1 minus t0, it is simply replaced by the d by v0, So simply these equations, that is theta g is equal to omega d divided by v0, and now this equation number 2. So simply we can easily understood the here one things, that is the another one point from these equations, the average microwave voltage in the buncher gap. Here look at this diagram, in that buncher gap. Okay, the average microwave voltage, it is found by the these equations, that is Vs is equal to 1 by integration of limit t0 to t1 v1 sine of omega t into dt. Okay guys, so here we just see the integration term, that is the sign integration, it is the minus, and here that is upper limit minus lower limit, we can easily write down here these equations. So the v1t upon omega t in bracket cos of omega t0 minus cos of omega 0 plus omega d by v0, it is justly the replace one things, these things replaced. Okay, now let us consider what is about the omega t0 plus omega d by twice v0. Here is the twice is the one of the new factor we are introducing here. Okay, for our purpose. Okay, so is equal to omega t0 plus what about these omega d by v0. Here omega d by v0, what is this? This is nothing but the theta g. We can write these equations like that, omega t0 plus theta g by 2, and now these equations is simply called as the A, which is simply called as the A. And now the second one and the second one. Okay, what is the second one? These equations in that the omega d divided by twice v0 is equal to theta g. It is nothing but the g. Okay, just a moment, we can easily write down here, that is a theta g, that is theta g by 2, and this equations, it is a B equations. This is A equation, this is B equations. Why you use here B, A and B? Because we want to use the trigonometric identity. We can use the trigonometric identity. And what is the trigonometric identity? That is cos of A minus B minus of cos A plus B is equal to 2 sine A into sine B. Now this one. Okay, simple. Vs is equal to, now the equation number 3, which these equations can be simply written as Vs is equal to V1 sine of omega d by 2 0 and whole divided by omega d by twice 0. Now look at these equations in case of that equations, where these equations we just write down with this one, that is sine A, sine B, and we just find out these omega d by v0, omega d by twice v0 we can write here, and here is also these equations. So guys, it is not a different equation, this is the same equations with the trigonometry identity. So in that we know what about the omega d by twice e0, it is nothing but the theta g by 2, it is nothing but the theta by g2, and simply in that it is a theta g. So these equations is nothing but the v1 sine of theta g by 2 divided by theta g by 2 sine of omega t0 as it is we write here, plus this omega d by v0 which is replaced by theta g and it is divided by 2. Okay guys, this is equation number 4, and this whole equation just be defined by the beta 1 is nothing but the sine of omega d by twice v0, omega d by twice v0. We just write these equations as like this. Look at these three factors. Okay, this is same. So here, what is the beta 1? Beta 1, it is nothing but the beam coupling coefficient. Beam coupling coefficient. Now we see these one type of the graphical diagram. This diagram is nothing but the beam coupling versus gap transit angle. This is a very simple diagram. This diagram is a beam coupling versus gap transit diagram, or the gap transit angle diagrams. So in this diagram we find out these angles. So let us see what we see in that diagram. So it can be seen that the increasing the gap, what is the increasing the gap increasing the gap transit angle theta g decreases when the coupling between the electron beam and the buncher cavity. Theta g will be decreases. Look at that. Here is this diagram. Okay, in that the theta g will be decreases. So simply what is about that theta g? Theta g decreases the coupling between the electron beam and the buncher cavity. That is, the velocity modulation of the beam for a given microwave signal is decreased. What I say, please listen carefully this sentence again. Please listen carefully this sentence again. It can be seen that increasing the gap transit angle, that is theta g decreases the coupling between the electron beam and the buncher cavity. That means the velocity modulation of the beam given microwave signal is decreased. It's simple. Now what about this procedure? After that, immediately the velocity modulation is necessary or it is mandatory, so that the exit velocity, which is exit velocity, that is T1, where we see just a moment, I will show you where is this T1. Okay, here is the exiting time, that means the exiting velocity. What is the exiting velocity? It is nothing but the V of T1. It is nothing but the V of T1. Where is the V of T1? Here. V of T1 root of twice E by M in bracket V0 plus beta I V1 sine of omega T0 plus theta g by 2. Okay, after that we have to necessary to exit from that bracket V0 by the multiply this only V0 by V1. When we multiply V0 by V0 for this equations, that means here is V0 and denominator is V0. This V0 are common for both, and it take to outside the square bracket. So it is V0. V0 in bracket V plus Vi divided by V0 sine of omega T0 plus theta g by 2. Now this is the equation number 6, and beta 1 v1 by v0 is called as the depth of velocity modulations. It is called as the depth of velocity modulations. So alternatingly, if we are goes with the binomial expansion, if we are using the binomial expansion under the assumptions of bi v1 is less than v0, that is equation this one equations, we can simply write that. Okay, these equations we can simply write as, just a moment, equation 6. Okay, just a moment guys, here's some mistakes. Okay, so equations about that, v of t1 is equal to v0 in bracket 1 plus bi v1 divided by twice v0 sine of omega t0 plus theta g by 2. This is the equation for velocity modulation. This is the equation for velocity modulations. So the another alternative equation for modulation velocity is v of t1 is equal to v0. v of t1 is equal to v0 1 plus bi vi divided by twice v0 sine of, it is here omega t1, here omega t1 minus theta g by 2. Now these another alternative equations. What is the difference between these two equations? In that equations, here the t0, which is used for the entering velocity of electron at that time, t0, and what is the t1? It is the exiting velocity of electron at instant time t1. So it is the velocity modulation another equations. So it is all about the velocity of modulation and the Buncher process. So guys, just point to remember for our MCQ patterns exams. So it is the first one point, it is nothing but these equations. These equations is very important. And the another one, when the electrons leave the cathode, then the velocity of that instant is 0. That another one point was here. So next one, that is the Vs is equal to V1 s sine of omega t. In that V1, what is the V1? It is the amplitude of the signals. So the another one point, the entering time is t0 and exiting time is t1. Please don't be confused. And the gap transit angle in that is called as the theta g. And we have these diagram is a very important for the just overlook. What is the theta d? What is the theta d? Sorry, theta g. Theta g is equal to omega t. What is the t? T is nothing but the time difference between exiting and entering of velocity of that electrons. That is time. That is t1 minus t0. And this is simply nothing but the omega d by v0. So guys, I hope this is the complete explanation about the velocity modulations. I hope you can understood these velocity modulation explanations. If you have any query related to this lecture, please ask me. So guys, thank you so much for attending the lecture and enjoy.